Coming in at 6 feet long and 18 inches wide, the standard 125-gallon tank is the first 6-foot tank that many aquarists purchase. With its size and water volume, it leaves you with a plethora of options. So let's take a walk through my fish room and take a look at some ideas for your 125-gallon aquarium. Let's first start out with this 120-gallon mixed South American cichlid tank. This tank is home to a variety of different species, from the Geophagus 1 milleri, a couple of Bolivian rams, an electric blue acara, an angelfish, cardinal tetras, and an assortment of other species. The one thing I really do enjoy about this tank is the variety of different colors, from the Geophagus 1 milleri, the cardinal tetras, and especially the electric blue acara. This tank is a cornucopia of different colors and different body types. It's definitely very fun to watch and interact with. Another great aspect of this tank is that these fish are all fairly easy to keep, so it's a great beginner tank as well. The one thing to keep in mind is that Geophagus will require a sandy substrate since they do dig around in the sand. The cardinal tetras in this tank are quite large, so you might want to look into a larger tetra species depending on the size of your cichlids. While this 125-gallon tank is similar, I did want to show another example of the mixed South American cichlid tank. This tank has a very similar aquascape with driftwood and a sandy substrate. There is a slightly different stocking in this tank with the Geophagus veni, the Cichlids maculopennis, which is similar to the firemouth cichlid, the Letocara curviceps, and Von Rio tetras as the schooling fish. It's a lot of fun watching the fish dart in and out of the driftwood and interacting with one another. Staying with the South American theme, you could also do the ever popular Discus and Cardinal Tetra tank. We're currently looking at a 75-gallon Discus tank that I used to have in my fish room. But this is a tank you could easily upsize into a 125. You will need to keep in mind that Discus do like warmer temperatures of 82 degrees and above, so you will need to make sure to provide them with adequate water conditions. This is also true for any tank mates you'd like to add as well. You want to make sure they can handle the higher temperatures. If you're looking for a change of pace, you could also add German blue rams as well. While they were once considered difficult, captive breeding has made Discus a lot easier to keep, making them tolerant of a wide variety of different water parameters. The Discus in this video were successfully kept in a pH of around 8. With good husbandry practices, Discus are much easier to keep now than in the past. So let's leave South America and talk about this 125-gallon African cichlid tank. This tank is home to mostly Mbuna, which are the purple ACI and yellow lab cichlids, but you will find an OB peacock and a blue cobalt peacock in this tank as well. Many of these African cichlid species will rival the color of many of your saltwater fish. You will notice that this tank is planted. I've had good luck with Vallisneria with most African cichlid species, but you never know because all fish are different and all species are different. This is a setup that you could do with a variety of different types of African cichlids, from peacocks, haps, and even Victorian cichlids. The cichlid varieties you choose are up to you. Just make sure to provide hiding spots and line of sight blocks to help avoid aggression. If Lake Malawi isn't your thing, there are also tons of interesting fish from Lake Tanganyika. One of my favorites is this 125-gallon tank, which is home to the Cyprichromis leptosoma, yellowhead and conde, which is known as the sardine cichlid. I really do enjoy the schooling behavior of these fish, and they do act a lot like rainbow fish. While these fish are slow to mature, they are worth the wait because they are very colorful once they do color up, and it's a lot of fun to watch these colorful fish school around. These fish are paired with the shell dweller, Lamprologus ornatopinnis kigoma, but you can pair them with almost any shell dweller. Cyprichromis are known to be difficult shippers, so I would definitely try to find them locally or from a reputable online source. Once established, these fish are a great addition to any fish room. Tropheus also hail from Lake Tanganyika, and we're now looking at this 75-gallon Tropheus tank, which was filmed at my buddy Scott's house when we did a fish room tour. These fish are the Tropheus morai red, and he has a beautiful thriving colony. You will need to keep in mind with Tropheus that they do require vegetable matter in their diet in order to remain healthy. But with the proper care, you can definitely have a thriving Tropheus school. You should also keep in mind that Tropheus should be kept in a species-only tank without any other Tropheus species. Tropheus do come in a wide variety of different colors, so it will not be difficult to find one that you like. Staying in Lake Tanganyika, you can also keep a Frontosa tank like this 300-gallon tank from Scott's Fish Room. It is pretty easy to pare down this tank to fit into a 125. With their beautiful blue coloration and striping, Frontosa are a very striking fish. Like the Cyprichromis we mentioned earlier, these do take an incredibly long time to grow, but are definitely worth the wait. You will need to keep in mind that some Frontosa species are quite aggressive, so you will need to keep an eye on those fish and remove any fish that are causing problems. With its large tank size, 125-gallon is also a good starting point to keep a lot of different wet pets, like the ones shown here at the Aquatic Experience Cichlids show in 2019. These fish are beautiful and are very interactive with their owners. Some of these fish, though, are extremely aggressive, so you may only be able to keep a pair or a single fish in your 125-gallon tank. Some of these species will also outgrow your 125-gallon, so doing your research on these fish is essential. If you are looking for a water dog, then these fish would be right up your alley. With the size of your 125-gallon tank, the world is your oyster when it comes to fish selection and tank setup. Check out the playlist above for some additional ideas as well. You can upsize any of the tanks in that playlist into a 125, and they would be totally awesome. So with that being said, stay safe, stay fishy, and I'll catch you on the next video.